My second guest is a man we all feel secure around. And also we do laugh around him a lot. He is a very humorous guy, and he's also a great friend. He's been popular on the FITV forum lately, and he is responsible for all your parking tickets, including mine. He is the director of the security, Kevin Graham. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Kevin, thanks for having a show with my name on it.
We do. Yeah, I forgot to say, we do share the same name. You know, it's Coffee with Kevin and Kevin. And, well, Rodney's there too. But wonderful. So, welcome to the show. How do you feel, Kevin? You know?
Feel good. Thanks for asking.
Oh, good. So tell us a little bit about your childhood. Where you from? Tell us a little bit about your childhood. Where you're from? How have your growing up experiences?
Well, I was born in an impoverished log cabin in Kentucky. Nah. From Pittsburgh originally. I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And
did you bring something for me?
I brought the terrible towel. Now, terrible towel has been oftentimes imitated but never equaled. Back when the Steelers had their Super Bowl run back in the 70s, Myron Cope, an announcer, made this towel. And so every Steeler game you go to or see on television, you'll see this terrible towel up in the stands. When the Steelers won a Super Bowl 2 years ago...
It's actually called the Terrible Towel.
It is called the Terrible Towel. Yeah, the official Myron Cope Terrible Towel. Now, this towel, it was from 1970, 74, 75.
Oh, my God.
It's the original
I don't know
towel.
where that towel's been, so...
So I brought this here. It's, it's a treasure.
Oh, that's cool.
But anyhow, I'm from Penn Hills, which is a suburb of Pittsburgh.
And so, any childhood experiences? How was your childhood, high school? Any childhood experiences? How was your childhood, high school?
Well, my graduating class consisted of 1,113 kids. I think I graduated 1,115. I was active in German club. I was working most of the time. I've always had a hard work ethic. I was in theater. I was in a lot of plays and musicals in high school and college. I enjoyed it because it gave me different opportunities to do different things, be different people, and then eventually I got out of that.
And what did you do for college then?
Well, I went to community college. Excuse me. I couldn't afford to go to college because I was born in that little log cabin.
Right. It's called a log cabin.
And I went to community college. Went to night school. I worked a job full time. Worked actually a couple jobs, and then I went to the University of Pittsburgh night school also to get my bachelor's degree. I went to night school again to get my master's degree at a Christian college called Geneva, where I have my master's degree in business.
Oh, a master's in business. What was your undergrad degree, major?
Criminology.
Criminology. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so you weren't part of the Greek life like Rodney here?
No, I didn't have that opportunity to do that. I was busy working and going to school.
Oh, but what do you think about the Greek life? Give us your take on Greek life.
Greek life is an excellent opportunity for young men and women to do things for their community, to stand out, to give them an opportunity to see what life is like when they get out of the university.
Okay, and you played sports. What sports were you involved with?
I played basketball for a brief time in high school and college, but then again, when you're working, you don't have time for that.
Oh, okay. So besides working in college, what do you do in your spare time? Everyone has to have some leisure time. What did you do? What were your activities?
Well, after I got out of college, I got into the Pennsylvania State Police. I've always been an avid hunter, shoot. I have a number of handguns, rifles, machine guns, bazookas, rocket launchers.
Oh, wow.
I have, but I've been riding a motorcycle for almost about 30 years now. I do a lot of motorcycle riding, reading. My current hobby right now is building models. I have one son that's in the Army, one that's in the Air Force, and I build models. One's a tanker, and the other was an air pilot, so I'm building models of the tanks and planes that they fly.
Great. Oh, that's really cool. So, motorcycles, that's a really big thing in Florida, Daytona especially, and the United States. So what's your favorite motorcycle?
I'm currently riding a Harley Davidson Ultra Classic full dresser.
Wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I asked the same question to Rodney, but he kind of, sidelined it. But what about you? Any regrets in life?
Yeah, that I didn't start riding a motorcycle when I was younger.
You may not be with us, Kevin, if you did.
Well, that's true. You know, kind of like I kind of look at motorcycle riding like being in Greek life. You have to be very mature to do it right, and I don't think I was mature enough to ride a motorcycle. And I had a Corvette and a Camaro, and almost killed myself with them. So.
But you said when we had a little talk before, and you told me that you also regretted not, in your as a career as a cop, that some of the cases you couldn't solve, and something like that.
Well, I was a detective for 13 years, and I did profiling. The FBI trained me, and I did that for the job. There are some cases you just wish you could solve, and sometimes you can't. Some cases go unsolved. That's why there's cold case squads. Sometimes you just have too big of a caseload. You can't put as much time to a case. Those are the regrets I have for the job.
Oh, okay, cool. We're still in conversation with Kevin Graham, the Director of Security, and the Dean of Students, Rodney Bowers. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Kevin Graham, Director of Security, and this is Rodney Bowers. And we're being interviewed by Kevin Shah. Hi, Kevin. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the show. Let's get into a little bit of, as Dean of Students and Director of Security, so tell me a few challenges you faced with students, So tell me something you guys faced and something that was a challenge for you guys.
Well, the biggest challenge we have right now is underage drinking. It's trying to get that under control. We still have students that don't believe that the law is 21 or older, and they still want to drink alcohol. So we're looking for any suggestions that you may have to help us combat that problem here on campus.
Well, that's definitely a problem we'll go into, but also, challenges like, some students having problems with, getting a little, when I was a freshman, I've heard stories about students, climbing buildings and stuff. And how do you deal with such students,
We've had, I believe twice last year, we had students climbing the buildings. One gentleman forgot his clothes on a ground. We had another incident where an intoxicated student was found in the bushes. There's still another incident. A student was laying in the middle of a country club, intoxicated, and had he laid there for any longer time, he could have been killed. These are some of the problems we have. And we joke about a lot of things, but when you have students imbibing alcohol to an extent where they lose control of what they're doing,
Absolutely.
it's something so serious that we have to look at what can we do as a university, as a society, to work toward the end where the students realize how dangerous this is.
So basically you say the number one problem you guys face with students is underage drinking?
I would say that.
Yeah, I would
definitely.
That leads to a lot of other problems.
That leads to a lot of other problems.
Yes,
Definitely.
Damage in the halls, erratic behavior.
But give us a little example for vandalism, something that might have happened,
Holes in the wall.
Holes in the wall.
Absolutely. Damage to campus property.
Students have done that. Okay. And what about the other problems like drugs and, marijuana and things like that? Do we face that kind of problems? How are we on that situation?
Well, the drugs on campus, drugs are all over society today. We've been fortunate in that the drug activity here has not been the same at other universities. The drug arrests we've had here are very few. Drug incidents have been very few.
Absolutely.
We've been very fortunate as far as that. And I think a lot has to do with the type of student we have here. We don't have the student who wants to go party all the time. We have students who are driven. They have an insight. They're highly intelligent. They're hardworking. A lot of volunteerism goes on here that you don't see at a lot of other places. So I think the type of student we have goes a long way toward that.
Oh, cool. So,
and most of our students have their priorities in order. They're here to learn, to get their degree.
That's definitely true. There were so many projects going on. They're always busy with something, so there's no time to get into trouble, right? So, something recently that we all faced was the Virginia Tech situation that we all came upon. So, how would Florida Tech deal with such a situation?
We actually have a crisis management team, a student concern group that meet on a regular basis to discuss any issues that we may have with students.